Welcome to my channel today. We are back again on another topic. Thank you for being in here. Thank you for your sharing, liking, and subscribing to my channel. Welcome. Parents, I'm so happy the way you bring your children very close. Boys and girls, how are you? We are back to almost the last topic in our fraction series. Now we get to another series. Today, we are going into a topic I call another way of writing fraction. Because you can see another thing, and the teacher begins to tell you that this is a fraction. You say, I will expect they not tell us that. There's another way of writing fraction. You can write it that way, and you can still come back the same way. And that's why we're going to round off our series of the fraction study. Let's get to class. Okay, writing fraction as decimal and the back. So another way of writing fraction is writing it as a decimal. Okay, let's have some examples. The first one is 3/5. And you know I told you that when you see 3/5, it means that something is 5 and 3 was cut out of it. So 3/5 is a fraction. Which other way can we write it? Or which other way can you see it and you know that this is 3/5? Okay. Okay. 5 divide 3, it cannot go. So you put decimal and you add 0. 5 divide 30 divide 5. We are going to have 6. Okay? We have 6. 5 times 6 will give us what? 30. And when we subtract, we have 0. That means that 3/5 is also 0.6. You see? We can still get back to 3/5 with this 0.6. How do we do it? As I told you, the decimal will take 1, and this is 6/10. This is what? 6/10. And immediately you make it 6/10, the decimal will no longer be there. The decimal will no longer be there. It will just simply means 6/10. And you reduce it to its lowest 10. You look for what to divide up and divide down. What to divide up and divide down? 2. So let's use 2. 2 divide here will give us 3. 2 divide here will give us 5. See, we are back. We are back to 3/5. 3/5. Can you see that? Another way of writing fraction is that 3/5 is 0.6. 3/5 is what? 0.6. So when you see 0.6, you know it is 3/5. They are the same thing. They are the same thing. You can just write it 3/5 is equal to 0.6. Two of them are equal. Two of them are equal. Let's look at this one. It cannot go. We put decimal and add 0. 5 dividing will give us what? 8. 5 times 8 will give us 40. Minus it is what? 0. So 4/5 is the same thing as 0.8. When this takes 1, it is now 8/10. It is now 8/10. We look for what to divide up and divide down. So what to divide? 2. 2 divide here will give you 4. 2 divide here will give you 5. See, it is back to 4/5. So 4/5 is equals to 0.8. So 0.8 and 4/5 are just the same thing. Coming to this one, you change it to improper fraction first. 5 times 1 plus 1. 5 times 1 plus 1. That will give you, excuse me, 5 times 1, 5, plus 1 will give you 6 over 5. Okay, 6 over 5. Then you find the long division. How many 5 can we get in 6? We have only 1. 5 times 1 will give us 5. Subtract, we have 1. And 5 cannot go. You put decimal and add 0. 5 divided 10 will give you 2. So we have one whole number, 1 over 5, the same thing as 1.2. And when we change it, we have 12 over 10. Good. You see, we have 12 over 10. We reduce it to its lowest term. 2 divide here will give you 6. 2 divide here will give you 5. And that will bring us answer to 1. 5 divide 6, we have 1. Remainder 1. We are back to our first statement. So we say one whole number, 1 over 5, is equals to 1.2. They are the same. They are the same. Then the last one is, we find our division. 20 here, 11 here. When you look at it, 20 cannot divide. So what do? You put your decimal and add 0. And you ask yourself, how many 20 can I get in 110? And you know that in 100 alone, we have 5 20s. And there is no more than 20 in 10. We have 5 20s. So that 5 20s is 5. So 20 times 5 will give us 100. When we subtract it, you see 10 is remaining. And there is no much 20 in the 10. So what do? We add 0. We add what? 0. 20 divide 100, we have 5 20 inside the 100. So we write another 5. So 20 times 5 will give us 100. And when we subtract, we have 0. Can you see it now? And that will take us to that 11 over 20 is equals to this. Yes. And when we check it the way we normally check others, we have this. We have 55 over 100. And when we try to reduce it to its lowest term, we have 5 divide here, we have 11, and 5 divide here, we have 20. You see, we are now back, showing us that 11 over 20 is the same thing as 0.55. Why I'm teaching you this thing is that sometimes you will see in your mathematics solving, you will see 1 and 1.5. You see, you automatically know that it is 1.5. Yes, you automatically know that 1.5 is 1.5. So you know the value of the decimal attached to fraction, or when the fraction is separate, when the decimal is separate, you know what you call it as a fraction. And that is where we come to the end of today's lesson and the end of fraction series. Thank you very much for those of you that stayed with us till the end of our fraction series. Don't forget to like, share it with your friends. Tell your friends about the new thing you are seeing, and make sure you subscribe to my channel to know when I come up, especially hitting the notification bell to know when I come up in my next video. Thank you very much for support. Make sure you subscribe so that you see me coming up and I'm teaching you more and more again. Thank you, parents. Thank you, boys and girls. See you in our next series. That will be very wonderful. We have finished our series of fractions and we are going into another series. That will be very interesting. You learn a lot. Don't miss it. See you. Bye-bye.